To the clip.
An apparent attack, although we can't say what the outgoing missiles hit, at approximately 20 after 7 in the morning Saudi Arabian time. All the other attacks have occurred from 10 o'clock at night till 4 in the morning. This is the first one to take place in eastern Saudi Arabia during the daylight hours. Now, that sound you hear behind me is the hotel.
Richard Thicker.
It's not the national.
By afternoon.
So
Hit pause.
people are looking.
Right there, he screwed up and admitted they were in a hotel basement. So they click and put some feeds over it so they can tell him, shut up, stop it. You know, because these guys, this is one of the first times they've got him flat out acting. Because they're like, look, we've got to have it like you're really there. He's really in a soundstage somewhere. So let's continue. And then he gets the other reporter up and they do this. He goes, you seeing at the order. He goes, okay. You're saying put my gas mask on. She's like, yes, put your gas mask on. And he waits a minute and he goes, oh, I'm scared. I thought he's there taking the orders. I mean, this is a 10-year-old could have done better acting in this, okay? But the guy should be a comedian. He's got natural comic genius. Let's go back to the fake newscast. Here it is.
Richard Thicker.
It's not the national.
By afternoon.
So people are looking up in the skies, scanning the skies to see what they can see. Do we see much of anything out there? Can we see much of anything? Okay. Well, apparently there was some word of outgoing. Again, we cannot be specific about the direction. All right, we are now led to understand that there are also firings in another city in Saudi Arabia. CNN's Carl Rochelle is here with me. He just came up. Carl, I know we can't be very specific given these restrictions, but within those parameters, what did you see?
Well, what I saw, I didn't see anything hit. I looked almost straight above us. There was a vapor trail coming from.
Now they've got fake alarms going in the soundstage. And now they're gonna tell him, okay, put your gas mask on, and then he gets the orders that you can't hear, and then does the staged freak out in a minute. One guy puts a helmet on, the other a mask. I mean, this is Laurel and Hardy level. Now it's all glistening, scientific, perfect outfits, reading off teleprompters, videos in the background to distract you, switch you into a subconscious mode. They're doing all of this, okay? And we admit we're now doing that to try to deprogram people and actually reach through the programming to people in their subconscious state. All of this stuff is not for people that are conscious. This is for subconscious people. Because you can't get to someone who's hypnotized. We're now learning the enemy's operations without going in through the same door the enemy went in to then unlock them. And then we tell you what we're doing. And this isn't anything like 7 screens behind us with different images on them. This is just enough to try to get to the people. But anyway, side issue. Let's continue back with the just bumbling CIA operation where they're using regular reporters that are laughing and joking and can't believe they've been told to do this. And you can see them suppressing laughing over and over again. And then finally they cut from live and they're just like, oh, God, it's ridiculous. All right, anyways, let's go back to it. Here it is.
It looks like it might have been an explosion of cloud. The White City.
I wish radio audience would see this at PrisonPlanet.tv.
My apologies for that. He's putting on a gas mask.
Man, I love live television.
Here, we could tell. You smell anything? No. You may smell some of the fumes from a missile exhaust going off. The missiles use a rocket, a cordite, some sort of...
Now, again, they're not on a rooftop.
We just heard a little thump just then. But
I have to apologize for that. I caught a whiff of something and felt momentarily dizzy. You're more experienced. Know what you're incurred behind, but it might have been a little gas from the rocket exhaust.
I mean, they got a fake alarm going on.
Just in case. And again, you run to get down here. You, in my case, jumped out of bed, hearing the air raid warning go off.
Okay, that's enough. Now, let's go to other videos of him where they're admitting it's a joke off air. Okay, this is the same day, and there's another video of the next day, but there's a whole bunch of them I sent you. Just start playing them. Here's another one. Here he is.
Well, Cheryl, it was almost exactly 2 hours ago when the sirens went off here in Saudi Arabia. Where we are in eastern Saudi Arabia, there was no problem. However, there was an intercept elsewhere near the capital city, Riyadh. We've got some videotape of that you can take a look at right now. The Saudi military says there were 2 incoming Scud missiles intercepted by Patriot missiles arcing into the night sky over the Saudi capital. However, after the intercepts, eyewitnesses reported some
Graffiti on it?
All right, hit pause.
Yeah, show me.
the sirens
Hit
went off
pause.
here in Saudi.
I'm going to explain what we're doing. Okay, he babbles for a while. This is a raw feed. It's why you don't see any CNN marks on it. And back in the old days, well, still with some older satellite systems, you can sit there and watch live, raw news feeds. So he was live, but the feed, they keep the feed open. He's just no longer on TV, and now the screwing around starts. Just the complete, absolute joking around. Here it is.
You can take a look at right now. Hi, Atlanta. We're about to have a short course in missile identification. This is a Scud. You can tell it by its distinctive label. Now, when the missile is launched, the first thing you look for is the plume sticking out behind it. Now, when you detect this, you can tell it's been launched. Thank
See
you.
the graffiti on it? Yeah, show me graffiti.
Larry King show or bust. Look at this.
Look at
Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at
Believe that. Let me say hi.
the top 10 things about Saudi Arabia. Maybe we could shorten the list to 5.
Oh God, Geopolitics by Dan Quayle.
Je suis un journaliste américain. Wolf. Wolf. Oh, I love this country so much.
You guys just don't have a clue.
Well, Cheryl, it was almost exactly 2 hours ago when the sirens went off here in Saudi Arabia. Where we are in eastern Saudi Arabia, there
yeah,
was
that's
no
enough.
problem. Now, let me just...
You could just Google the term CNN fake newscast Gulf War, and there's hundreds of them. I mean, probably 20, 30 different ones, but they're all repeated over and over again. So it's an indeterminate amount. Scores of pages of them. I mean, you can just go there, and they're just everywhere. On YouTube, everywhere else. What I want somebody to find, because I know we have this, I know it aired on PBS in Austin because I taped it, later played clips on my local access show, but it wasn't a national PBS show. It aired here and there with Dan Rather doing fake bombing raids and fake drills about what Saddam was going to do. It's even worse than what we just showed you. Now, that in mind, think about how slick CNN is now. We'll punch CNN up on screen. Now look at how slick it is and all the distractions and all the high-tech look. And that's nothing. You watch shows like Anderson Cooper. You watch The Situation Room. I mean, it's glistening, monitors, 3D, just everything to make it look credible. And instead of using corny journalists to pose as actors, they now have slick actors posing as journalists. And that's it. And it goes on Fox News as well. That's all this crap is. And it's a big joke to them. And they're people reading off a teleprompter, just like Barack Obama is not a good speaker without his teleprompter. Bush isn't a good speaker with it or without it. It's fake. It's an image. It's a corporate image they're selling you. You better get to the real issues that actually affect everybody. Did Aaron bring in that zero population growth video yet? Okay, we're going to play this when we come back in the final segment. Like, let's go out with a clip of this and then come back with it. We'll just play some of the zero population growth in the background. We don't have time. Now, here they are exterminating people because the atmosphere is screwed up.
This announcement will bring you the result of the deliberations of the World Federation Council.
All right, we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hi, fellow citizens.
Hi, this